Welcome, your War Chief is back with another epic video. Hi, my name's PBE, but you lovely people are more than welcome to call me Peebs. Today we are talking about the absolutely monumentally huge news that came out of FinalWeapon.net. Final Fantasy XIV is now the most actively played MMORPG, surpassing World of Warcraft. Yeah, and we're going to talk about it. Before that though, if you're into this sort of thing, Warcraft, or just nerdy stuff in general, you're home. Hit that subscribe button. Because listen, we tend to do nerdy here pretty well. Alright, let's look into the news, have our thoughts, and let's jump into it right now. Oh boy. This video absolutely needs a disclaimer. This is not a Final Fantasy versus Warcraft video. No ma'am. I'm a huge fan of the fact that people can, let me say that again, can enjoy more than one thing at one time. And it's alright to enjoy some things on one and others on the other. So if you were looking for the very heated, WoW is dead, Final Fantasy sucks, you're not going to get it here. Now let's look at the current state of these games and some recent history. See what we can learn. Final Fantasy XIV recently released a patch, and when I mean recently, I mean April of 2021. Yeah, just a few months ago. And there's a brand new expansion on the horizon for November 2021. Late November, but still November. Their content is currently frequent and well-paced. Like other MMORPGs, their numbers significantly rised last year with all the lockdowns. And, I'm not gonna lie, they released one hell of a sale right when everybody went into pandemic mode. Since then, they've increased their free trial up to level 60, which is lots of content. Lots. And in the last 30 days, they've dropped the price significantly of the game, including its latest expansion. Today, their current active player base sits at about 2.5 million players daily. On the other side of the coin, World of Warcraft dropped its latest expansion in November of 2020. Like Final Fantasy, the player base grew significantly with the drop of the pandemic and lockdowns. They currently run two big products, Retail and Classic, now a third Classic, but we'll get into that. The big difference though between World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy is you'll see there's been a bit of a content drought between their first patch and the game launch. Right now, current retail players are sitting at the longest wait for the first patch release in World of Warcraft history. Most of the blame for this is placed on the constraints due to the pandemic and everything that's been happening in California. They had it rough, let's be real. This drought is going to continue into the summer. Well, into the summer, I might add, while its competitors dropped its price significantly. They did release their second classic installment, The Burning Crusades, which has garnished a large player base. Current active players for retail is sitting at 1.79 million. Classic is currently sitting at 2.19 million. Again, keep in mind the Burning Crusades just came out. So total, yes, they are above Final Fantasy, but if you are looking at the current released content, Final Fantasy has, yes, surpassed World of Warcraft. The easy thing to note here, though, is the immediate lack of content for World of Warcraft. One could argue, and some YouTubers did, we're going to remain nameless, we're going to keep it civil, that the price drop for Final Fantasy was a cool way to pick up Warcraft's player base. I wouldn't be that person, I won't lie to you. If you put everything together, Final Fantasy's sale really just fit. Most games drop a major sale in late spring, early summer to hopefully regain their audience during their lowest months of the year, the summer months. They're also trying to look ahead because this year's summer is going to be very different. Countries are starting to open up after a year of lockdowns. Countries' vaccination rates are growing exponentially. People are going to want out. I can't see most people staying home. Let's be real for a second. On top of that, we are reaching the end cycle of an expansion for Final Fantasy. It only makes sense to drop that price low. I also have to admit, adding the trial up to level 60, which is a large portion of content, is still several expansions behind. So they're not really giving away the game. They're not going above and beyond to sell. In the same idea, if this was pre-squish, pre-level squish, it would be like saying, hey, you can play everything in vanilla for free, and the second you hit level 60, the rest of it you gotta do on your own with a subscription. So this isn't a move that was particularly against Warcraft. This was a financial decision that just makes sense. But let's be real, are people jumping ship? Yeah, that happens all the time. Whether it's one way or the other, it always did happen. The lack of content certainly isn't helping World of Warcraft right now, and is more than likely the big reason that people are jumping. Why not? Give them something to do. No, not at all. I have no idea why people immediately jump to this conclusion the second they see somebody doing well. Success for one company doesn't mean the failure of another. Are there places to improve? Yes, nobody's arguing with that. 100%. Are there places to improve in Final Fantasy? Yeah, nobody argues that either. Keep in mind that 1.79 million current active players daily is not a fail. They're rolling in it. Add the fact that people are playing Classic. They're making bank. The next thing to remember is that competition is a good thing. You want solid competition. You want it to be comparable. Everybody wins with competition, especially the consumer. Your services get better in game. If a price drops one side, it's got to drop the other. The product needs to stay comparable. Having a true competitor means you win. Unless you're Blizzard. Hi, Blizz. And let's be real, if this can kill conduits, it's a win for everybody, am I right? Deep down, play the game you prefer. Period. Have fun. It's your money. Do what the fuck you want with it. If Warcraft is stale for you right now with the lack of content, you're bored of it, or you just want to take off for the summer, which is a common thing too, that's cool. Do not get too caught up in these articles. They are not negative storyline, even if people are taking it negatively. And let me say it, congratulations Final Fantasy XIV. Product is good. It's a great game. And you guys should truly be proud of your success. But on to you. What do you think about the recent articles surrounding Final Fantasy XIV? Let me know in the comments section down below. If you liked this video, give me a big old thumbs up. If you didn't, well, cool. Be honest with me. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. Bonus points if you tell me why you didn't like it. Feedback is the best way to improve. And I mean that. And if you like Warcraft, you like lore, deep dives, nerdy stuff, or hell, me, I don't know, hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, ring that bell. That way you'll get notifications every time I upload a video, which is 2 times a week. Okay, well thanks so much for being here. Thanks for staying along with me. Have a legendary day, and I can't wait to see you guys again on the next one. Bye. No, seriously, every fucking time there's a new MMO that comes out, WoW killer, WoW is dead, I hate the game, roar! Dude, if you don't like it, stop playing it. Unfollow Warcraft on Twitter. Take a nap. You'll be fine.